Okay, this video I'm going to show you how to, or give you a quick idea of how to use the Bullion stitch on a graph chart to give your work some texture and a design maybe. Okay, so for every box that we have, every single one of these boxes, you're going to use 2 stitches for each box. Now, and then since every bullion uses 2 stitches to create that bullion. To create this bullion here, you're going to need 2 stitches for that. So in order to do that, so you create, you count how many boxes you have across the line, or across the row here. We count how many boxes you have across the row. So we have, in this particular graph, we have 23 boxes. So you're going to multiply that by 2. So you need a total of 46 chain to start. Okay. Then you're going to also add 2 stitches. So you need one for your beginning turning chain, and then you need another one for your turning chain on the other end. So you're going to do plus 2. So that's 48 stitches you're going to do in this particular graph to create your starting chain. Okay. Now also, now when you get to the end, then you're going to add then you're going to do a plus 3 for your chain 3. Turning chain. Okay. So that's a total of 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 51. So you would chain 51 to start this project. And then you'd use that, you're going to have a chain 3 on both ends. So you'll have 1 stitch and 1 stitch over here that you're not really counting. You're just using that as a guide. So like for instance, see how I have this chain here. This is your turning chain. So you're not going to count these chains on the end. This very last chain on this end, and then the very last chain on this end, because those are your turning chains. Those are your chain 3s, and you use those for your guide. So you would initially start your counting after your turning chain. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you would use those double crochets to count across. So basically all you're going to do is you're going to follow the pattern, the graph chart across, put 2 double crochets in each. Let me get a different graph here. So you're going to put two double crochets. You'd have your turning chain. You put 2 double crochets in each box. Okay. So say we're on this first line where the bullions would start. You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you multiply that by 2. That's 12 stitches you would need to create these 6 boxes. Okay, and then you're going to need you're going to create a bullion here, and then here, and here, here, and then dark boxes. You'll create the bullion stitch because you're using 2 stitches, and then you would continue on 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets, double crochets, double crochets in those, in the white boxes, and then repeat that all the way up the pattern. And you would just follow the pattern back and forth across the rows. So you would work, initially you would work in this direction, and then you do your chain 3, you would turn, then you would start your double crochets, and then you would go back across this way, and then back across this way, and back across this way, back across this way. Very simple, very easy to do. It'll just give you some quick texture on your work. So it'll give you like a nice little texture. This is supposed to be a B. I don't think you can see it. Let me see if I can get it in here. That's backwards. But see, it gives it a nice little texture to your work. But just like I said, don't count your turning chains on either end. Just use those as your guide to keep your work straight. And then, like, I noticed a lot of videos when they create the bullion stitch, they only do this first. They only show you how to do the bullion. Then when you get to the next row, you don't know what to do. Well, when you're coming back on top of the bullion, there is these 2 stitches. See, you would skip this stitch right here. You're only going to create the bullion you put your double crochets or your next bullion on the top of the stitch, like that, and then you would work across. So, but basically it wouldn't change from one side to the other. Just make sure that you know which direction you're going, and it will create a nice texture for you for your work. And you can use any kind of design, any kind of graph, and that would work. Well, I hope that helped. If you have any questions or comments, let me know, and I'll be happy to help you with those. All right, thank you.